Hello, my name's Tom. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about news, reviews and rides going on in the PV community. On this episode, we're going to be looking at the final review of the Verral RS electric skateboard. So let's check it out. Right, so first of all, I apologise for the quiet absences. We've had a lot going on in the background. Work life has been really busy. Also, just had a little bit of time out really for me. Making videos week in and week out is quite difficult. So just took myself some time out, have a bit of rest, but now we're back. We've got some really huge things coming on very soon, which will be coming out on a video coming up very soon. But on this one, we're looking at the Verral RS electric skateboard. So we've had this board for quite a while now. We've put a few miles on it. It's still in great condition. But let's talk about my final review of this board. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the build quality of this board. Now, when I first saw this and I got it out of the box, I thought the build quality absolutely outstanding. All the screws are done up nicely. It's nice and solid. There's no kind of cheapness about this board. So this is really nice, high quality board. So I just think overall the build quality is really nice and good board really. And then you're not going to have any kind of cheapness where it's going to feel like you're unreliable really. Everything feels really meaty and solid. So it's a really nice finish on the board with this kind of metal. It is like a solid metal enclosure, nice strong wooden deck, and basically all around a really good finish of the board. Next thing I want to talk about is the remote. Now the remote is pretty average, I say there's nothing too bells and whistles about this one. It's very solid with that hobby wing design with the ESC and the remote, nice and simple, nothing too outstanding here, but it's reliable and it works really well. It gives you the information you need for the rides. So when you're going for a nice long ride, you can have a quick glance and it gives you those settings really quickly. Also, it has reverse on the board as well, which I think most boards should have nowadays, because if you're kind of at a set of lights and you're going over the line, it's really good to kind of have that reverse option on the board. But the remote, I like the matte back finish. I think the LCD screen's really nice. But I think remote, it's very standard. Nothing too exciting about the remote, but it's nice and it's a nice reliable remote. Next thing I want to talk about is the turning. Now, as you guys know from watching the channel, I am a very carvy rider. I like agility in my boards, I like reliability, and I like stability at speed. So I kind of like the Goldilocks of everything. Now with these double kingpin trucks, one thing I wanted to say is if you see here, there's a really big notch here. I tried the tightest turns I've ever done on a double kingpin board. No wheel bite at all, and I was really trying to kind of bite these wheels, maybe on an 80s setup, but these I Wonder wheels, they're perfectly reliable, and there's no kind of wheel bite on that as well. One thing I want to say about these I Wonder wheels, I was quite initially skeptical because we've looked at the Verral Mad wheels and they are absolutely outstanding. If you're looking for any of those in the USA, I have a link regarding a store which solely focuses on those wheels. Highly recommend them. I'll put that in the link in the description below. But one thing I want to say about the I Wonder wheels, when you first get them out of the box, you need to wear them in. And when I went out for the first ride, I was riding it quickly and it almost broke tension at one point because they were brand new wheels. They still had that kind of I don't know, kind of seal of a new wheel on it. Had a little bit of slippage, but that was the only time that I had that. But now that I've worn them in at speed, really reliable. And what's good about these wheels is they are big and they are chunky and they are soft. So what that means is you can ride it without worrying, what am I going to hit something? Am I going to get speed wobbles? Am I going to have a non-reliable street wheel? So I seem to find riding over more and more things on this without concerning of how good the quality of the wheels were. Next thing I want to talk about is the range of the board. Now this is a 12S 4P 18650 setup. So I got a solid 20 miles out of this board. riding in max settings. My rider weight is about 100 kg. Carving the whole time, max load on the board. I basically ride it aggressively, so I always try and do that on all my rides. So when you get your board yourself, you know that you get a better range than I do, so that's very important for me. One thing I want to say as well, that the range was really consistent, so the power curve was really nice over the whole way. There wasn't any problems with sagging or getting to like 20% and it dying. It seemed to be really consistent over the whole ride. And with that ride as well, I was riding, like I said, really quickly. These large motors, yes, they are 1500 watt each, which is fine for a double kingpin board. No overheating at all. They kept really cool the whole time, so that's a really nice element of the board. You're not going to have any overheating motors, which are melting. We've had on other boards. And with the kind of cushioned grip as well, you're going to have a nice comfortable ride the whole time. So this is why I really think this is a very good board for sure. I think in relation to any like negatives or criticism, I don't actually really have any, to be honest, because of the price of this board. I'll put the price here. I think you get a really good value for it, and then you get my discount code as well if you want to use that, which brings it down even lower. And a combination of those things, you get a really nice premium product at a you know, available price. You know, so you're not going to have any issues with like I said, bad build quality. It's reliable. It's a 2-in-1 kit. And overall, I think this is a really good player in the double kingpin market. With that 2-in-1, I think it's really good. We get really decent speed out of it, reliable range, and like I said, very good build quality. So overall, would I recommend the Verral RS? I definitely would. I think this would be someone who's looking to get into e-skate for the first time. Now, I wouldn't say this is a kind of straight out of the box off you go board, but this is the kind of board you could get and have for a long time and increase your confidence and have the rest of the board to be there. So what I mean by that is, as you get more experience, you'll have the speed that you need. When you get more experience, you have the range that you need, and the versatility of the different wheel combinations as well, I think is really nice. But overall, I think this is a really good board. I'd highly recommend it for someone maybe getting to e-skate for the first time, or looking for a second board to take like your partner or a friend with you, kind of getting yourselves into the e-skate scene. But that was my summary of the Verral RS electric skateboard. If you have any questions regarding this board, drop it in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've liked this video, please drop a like and comment, would you get yourself a Verral RS, or is there other boards we should look at on the channel? But I'll say thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, which content comes back on a weekly basis, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.